Alright, so in this video, I want to go through Bitcoin's price action. I'll start on the higher time frames and work my way down and try and build some context. So, what we're basically looking at on the weekly time frame is we are right now in bullish market structure. We have broken the last weekly lower high in the downtrend. We have closed weekly candles up above that high, and so we have switched the weekly market structure from bearish to bullish. Now, since closing up above this weekly high, we have gotten this leg to the downside. I would call this, potentially a higher low in the weekly market structure. I would consider this, a leg. It's clearly a move to the downside, and you can see it on the weekly time frame. And after that, we got this move to the upside, which so far has taken out the high, but it has only wicked it. We have not closed a weekly candle up above this high. So I've been saying that this could potentially be a bearish sign. Right now I would consider this high a very important level, and wicking it is not necessarily super bullish, especially with this potential weekly bearish divergence. And so I've been, paying attention to lower time frame market structure, such as the 4-hour market structure, which I can pull up over here. And, even right now, this is being weird because we have technically wicked both of the market structure points. But yeah, we so far have not broken this 4-hour uptrend because we have not closed a 4-hour candle down below this low. So we're still in a 4-hour uptrend, and so long as we hold on to this 4-hour uptrend, I still maintain hope that we will be able to get a weekly candle up above this high and close and officially continue this weekly uptrend. But so far it seems like Bitcoin is stalling, like it doesn't want to make a decision quite yet. And I say that because we have wicked both of the market structure points. Just today we came up to wick this high. That happened this morning, and that came as a surprise to me. We got a very quick move up there. If I go to the 1 hour, we were only up above there for like 4 hours, and by the time I woke up, we were already dumping. So that was very interesting. We have now technically SFP'd both of the 4-hour market structure points, and we have since gotten this large move to the downside. So yeah, it seems like Bitcoin does not really want to make a decision quite yet. We're just ranging in between these two market structure points as of right now. And if I zoom back out a little bit, I'll go to the daily time frame. We got this very fast move to the upside, followed by this area of consolidation. We're just ranging here, and I can't tell you what reaccumulation looks like, but I can pull up a picture on the internet, and we can say that maybe this is what's going on. Maybe we're just reaccumulating here before another move to the upside to break that weekly structure. And according to this picture, it really just seems like we have a range after an aggressive move to the upside. The range gets really drawn out, and then eventually we end up breaking to the upside. But, we could also say that this is just something like we saw down here, where we ranged for a while. We even kind of broke down out of the range, getting a little fake out, but then we just reversed. Maybe that happens here as well. Maybe we continue ranging, get a fake out to the upside just to reverse later. And, if you ask me, it seems like Bitcoin is trying to keep us in the dark here. It doesn't want us to know its next move, or at least the market makers don't, because, across all time frames, there's just confusion. Are we going to continue this weekly market structure, or since we SFP'd it, are we going to, dump to the downside? And if we did that, is this now technically a higher low since we did technically break the high? Or is it not because we didn't close above the high? I would probably say that it's not, because since it's such a high time frame, I would want to see it close there. So, but regardless, if we start dumping now, that would make things odd, I think. And I mean, maybe we could still come down, put in a higher low on the weekly, maybe just to break up later. But yeah, I'd say Bitcoin is trying to keep us in the dark, and you can even see that on the lower time frames inside of this local range. I mean, what's going on here? We're just ranging, we're SFPing both of the key levels, the key low and high. But just because I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin doesn't mean I'm not going to trade it. And I have been trading it. This kind of range environment is perfect for me because I just trade the low time frames. I look to trade the larger range as well, kind of keeping in mind where in the larger range we are so I can prioritize longs or prioritize shorts. And yeah, I'm cool with us continuing to range like this because there is usually lots of trade opportunities inside a range like this. So now kind of zooming into more local price action. Right now we are sitting around the lows of the range. We just got a move down to the value area low. We even came down to this 15-minute order block that I had marked out. We wicked it, and I was a little hesitant to long this at first, even though we were seeing some, very bullish divergences on the higher time frames. A very clear div on this 1 hour, pretty much up through the 4 hour. I believe we have divs here, and yeah, even on the 4 hour, it looks like we have a div forming. It's not confirmed yet, and this wave could still come down lower, but looking at the 1 hour, I mean, we have a very clear divergence here. Momentum is hugging the zero line as we came down to put in a new low. I think that looks decently bullish. And like I said, I was a little hesitant to long because I did take a loss prior. I ended up taking 2 losses in this chop here. Kind of taking a little reckless trades, but both of them were 0.5% losses. So in total, I only lost 1%, which is what I usually risk for a trade. And basically I just took losses because I was impatient. I didn't want to wait for a market structure transition for some reason. Mainly because I was taking low time frame scalps and I was just looking for, very quick move. But yeah, as we were approaching the value area low, I was getting a little impatient, and I thought that we might front run it like we did right here. We wicked this low originally, and that was one of the longs I took. And then I think I took another one as we wicked this low into the value area low. So I took 2 losses, and because of that, I said that I was not going to enter another long until we switched market structure on some time frame. And so I went to the lowest time frame I like to use, the 2-minute, and I marked out market structure. Obviously downtrend here, and I was a little hesitant to call this a lower high here because it was literally 1 candle after the low was put in. This is very tight, but I decided to go with it because I didn't want to wait for this long. At that point, if I was targeting the POC, my risk reward would not be there. It would not be worth it to take the trade. So at the very least, I wanted us to break this high right here, which we did do right here. So I am in a long. It is not the best position at the moment, but I can add to it if we, see another long opportunity, like for a lower high, or a higher low now. And maybe I can make this into a better position. If not, maybe this ends up running up to the high of the range, and then it could end up being a decent position. But for right now, this is my starting long, and the zone I'm watching to potentially add to it is right now this 5-minute order block. We did front run it here, so we could SFP this wick, and there might even be a fib level in there, and the golden pocket is right inside of that order block. So this is the zone that I would probably watch next, and we can even take volume here, see if, okay, the value area low is there as well. So locally, that's kind of what I'm watching. We're at the lows of the range. Maybe we continue lower, just to take out the people that long down here. Maybe we end up taking out the low again, but right now we have bullish signs at the low. The 1 hour looks pretty bullish. So at least in terms of this range, my bias has kind of switched to looking for longs as of right now. And although we don't know what's going to happen next, I think it's important to at least have this context so that if something significant happens, like if we continue dumping and we start losing this low over here, we know that, okay, that's probably pretty bearish. We have wicked the weekly high, the last weekly high. Now we're breaking 4-hour market structure bearishly. Then we can be better prepared for whatever happens. Alright, well, that's about it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one.